Weathersbridge.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you go to the dump or whatever.
I try when I go.
Yeah. So. But yeah, no, we were just thinking, oh, if we had one, but like, because that happens all the time. Like someone's like, oh, I need a water out on set. It's like, here. Do that.
Well, somehow we got roped into.
What you roped into?
Mark is roping creative into doing live video via live view for the Iron Man thing. So we've got to basically get back here and screen out to a YouTube channel and put on the Jumbotron. I'm just testing theory. If it works.
Hello.
Hey, got 2 seconds. I'm going to send you an email with a YouTube TV link or YouTube link. It's mine, showing that this works.
You're going to, okay.
Mine. I didn't send it yet.
All right.
This is actually really, really pretty straightforward what they're talking about doing here.
Good.
My
okay.
biggest concern is cell availability out there.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering, if we just go ahead and take Starlink. And just
Can't hurt.
probably for the morning stuff, it won't be that bad, but downtown, I feel.
Well, they've got the problem on their end as far as if they're going to be using Starlink, then you should.
Sounds like that.
Make sure check the little boxes, make the little wheel thing and set it for 1080 on the bottom. Down all the way at the bottom right of the screen there. Make sure it's set for 1080. As far as if they're going to use the Starlink. Sorry, and then you can maximize the screen. I don't know what the latency is, about 15-20 seconds. Check the little boxes. Ain't that cool? Ain't that cool?
Just set it up and just.
All I did was I took the box that I normally use for my multi-viewer, and for redundancy, I'm sure I can come up with a second computer that I feed to a different YouTube channel. I say make them provide the YouTube channel and give us a streaming key. You can change it when they're done if they want for security.
Perfect.
So, tell us what you want them to stream to. For security, give us 2 YouTube channels, we'll stream with both things.
Okay.
Ain't that cool?
Yep. All right.
And if it's not streaming, if I turn off the stream to it,
What do you think the latency out there would be?
the latency that you're going to 14 seconds. When the bars goes is when this thing starts screaming. So like if I go like this, 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the nature of YouTube.
Okay, cool. So
It's not, I didn't even think down the path of them using YouTube. And what they're going to do is they're going to have the by using the YouTube channel. Bars now. Come on. Bars. What did you do? There you go. Crap, cell coverage.
Why is the screen not full?
It's like a computer interpreting. Hit the press.
F11?
I don't know why it's doing. No, click on the middle of the YouTube channel to so close green animals. That's just how you get the YouTube thing.
There it is.
Click play. The invisible black bar apparently.
Yeah.
Crap, cell coverage. It's barely there.
What is There's quite a delay in it, isn't there?
9 seconds for YouTube. You're delayed too, because you paused it is what you did. You're not caught up to real time. Set for. That's how the window is. You've got that blank bar over there, and I think it's still paused for some reason.
Well, it's not important.
Yeah, coverage in here is terrible.
Yeah, 10 seconds or so.
The biggest problem I see with what's going on with this is them getting out there and having shit for cell coverage.
Yeah. We have no control over that.
Yeah.
I guess you could take a Starlink.
Well, that's what they're probably talking about doing.
Well, that was pretty easy to do, wasn't it?
All I did is put my screen keeper on YouTube in there. And told it to go.
Wonder how it's going to look on the jumbo tomorrow. It is what it is.
Somebody
I answered, and she said, "Ms. Cooper, I regret to inform you that we have detected you have cervical cancer, stage 2.
Tony's mind went instantly to her 3 young children.
I was really scared because it was just me, and I had 3 people depending on me.
But today, she shares her story as a proud survivor of cervical cancer, a disease that claims the lives of more than 4,000 U.S. women every single year.
Everyone needs to know about it. Everyone needs to know the damage it can do, but also everyone needs to know you could minimize the damage if you just get yourself checked.
Tony says her cancer was caught early during a routine pap smear. And as a patient turned advocate, she now knows that's one of 2 proven screening methods. Experts say the other is an HPV test to detect the human papillomavirus that causes almost all cases of cervical cancer. Both tests are done in a doctor's office using a speculum to scrape cells from the cervix. And while the procedures can be uncomfortable for some women, they're considered highly effective.
Are cervical cancer deaths preventable?
Almost entirely. We never speak in absolute terms, but sure, the vast majority are preventable.
But not everyone is getting screened.
Right.
Why is that?
The first thing would be socioeconomic. You have to look at people having, maybe they don't have insurance, perhaps they just don't have access to health care. Another thing can be something as simple as, can you get time away from work? What about transportation if your clinic is not nearby? And shame and stigma. Cervical cancer screening for a lot of patients, understandably, can be awkward, can be off-putting.
Fred Wyand is with the National Cervical Cancer Coalition and says the hope is newly approved screening options could help remove some of those barriers for patients.
There's sort of a trend in public health about really trying to meet people where they are. This is just part of that evolution.
In May of 2024, the FDA gave the green light to what's known as self-collection HPV tests for use in a healthcare setting. That means you'd still go to the doctor's office, but a pelvic exam would no longer be required. Instead, patients can choose to use one of these kits containing a small swab or brush to collect their own vaginal sample in a private room. After that, it's sent to a lab for HPV testing. And if it comes back positive, there would be a follow-up appointment to talk next steps with the doctor.
How significant is this development, would you say?
I think this is a very significant, very major development. And I do want to reassure people that multiple countries around the world have actually been using this for a number of years.
Dr. Kathy McLaughlin is a Mayo Clinic family physician who specializes in cervical cancer prevention.
It looks like this.
And showed us the self-collection test she began offering to patients in clinic as of February 2025.
Essentially, it is kind of like inserting a junior tampon or a very narrow tampon to collect this sample.
Less invasive, she believes, than traditional screening methods.
I'm thrilled that we've had almost 100 people do this in just 2 months. And these are really people that I truly believe would otherwise not have been screened.
Meanwhile, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force has moved to endorse self-collection for cervical cancer screening, writing in its draft recommendation that studies show this option is just as accurate as when the HPV sample is collected by a clinician.
We can save lives.
Professor Jennifer Smith of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill has spent years looking at not just the accuracy of self-collection, but also women's willingness to try it. In one study, her team mailed at-home HPV self-collection kits to hundreds of patients who were overdue for screening.
And overwhelmingly, women returned the kit back, and we found that they found the process of self-collection and mailing highly acceptable, which was really, really very important.
That's why she was supportive, but perhaps not surprised, when in May of 2025, the FDA signed off on the first ever at-home alternative to the pap smear. Similar to those previously approved for self-collection in a healthcare setting, except this test has been cleared for virtual prescriptions and can be mailed directly to a patient's house.
Self-collection is obviously a way that we can increase access.
It's a message that resonates with Toni Cooper Towler ever since she endured a hysterectomy and was eventually declared cancer-free.
You can survive. You can survive.
So when she learned self-collection cervical cancer screening is now a reality in the doctor's office and also at home,
That is amazing.
this survivor called it a groundbreaking advancement in preventive health care.
With the technology that we have now, you don't have to miss a beat. You really don't have to.
And it is worth noting, self-collection is already an option for other routine screenings in the U.S., such as colorectal cancer. Still, experts say self-collection for cervical cancer screenings cannot and should not replace actual appointments with a doctor for follow-up after the screening and for other health needs as well. You're watching Local News Live. We're coming right back.
On Local News Live, when news happens, we're taking you there, live on location. Local News Live, connecting your nation to your neighborhood.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in homeownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-975-4057. That's 1-800-975-4057. Call now.
If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you don't have an attorney, don't go it alone. Take action. We have legal professionals standing by to help you and let you know what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock, here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So who at home should be calling in right now, Rob?
Well, just like you said, Paula, anyone who's been injured in an accident, it was not your fault, and you do not have an attorney, call us right now. We're going to answer all of your questions, and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. Take action and call now.
Investigate TV Plus Weekend. We start by talking to real people.
Finally, someone's knowing the truth.
And uncover real problems.
But this is not you.
It's not me.
To find real solutions.
Who pays the cost for that?
Investigations that keep your family safe.
It should be terrifying to all of us.
How big of a problem is that?
Why? Do they have too much control?
Investigate TV Plus Weekend with Lee Zurich. Check local listings at investigatetv.com.
Your nation, your neighborhood. This is Local News Live.
Thanks for joining me right here on LNL. I'm Ryan Henson, and we're now more than 2 weeks into the government shutdown, and bad news, no end in sight. Washington correspondent Stetson Miller joins me right now to help us all figure out where things stand. Stetson.
Ryan, good morning. Yeah, so for the 8th time last night, the Senate failed to pass this bill to fund the government. Not one senator has changed their vote since the last time they voted. The Republican majority still needs 5 more Democrats to get this bill passed. There are still no indications that any of them plan to change their mind or even meet. We know that the Trump administration is now putting more pressure on Democrats by targeting what the president says are Democratic-backed programs. But both sides are still engaged in finger-pointing, and there are no signs that this is going to change anytime soon. They will try again to vote today, but many lawmakers are saying they believe we're in this for the long haul.
And let's talk a little bit more about the White House's pressure plan. We know the administration permanently laid off thousands of workers last Friday. Now the president threatening even more cuts. What can you tell us?
Yeah, what the Office of Management and Budget at the White House said yesterday is that they are preparing to batten down the hatches, that's the way they put it, and start more of these layoffs of federal workers. The White House says they are financially prudent and claim that Democrats are forcing their hand. The president has said before that this is also about giving them a taste of their own medicine. When they did this on Friday, they laid off 4,000 workers, and apparently more are now coming.
And Stetson, a big day at the Supreme Court with potential impacts to the balance of power in Congress. What's the latest on the redistricting fight?
Yeah, this is a major Republican-led challenge to the Voting Rights Act that may gut part of the law and ban the use of race when drawing new congressional maps. The case is about a dispute over Louisiana's map that has 2 majority black districts. The challengers say one of the districts is an illegal racial gerrymander, and they say race should not be used when drawing these maps. Lawyers for the voters who are defending the map say this could have major implications for state legislatures who may be able to eliminate majority black and Latino congressional seats in certain states that favor Democrats. Now, it does depend to what extent the court rules on this and how far they go, but it certainly will be a very closely watched case today here in Washington.
That's Washington correspondent Stetson Miller. Stetson, thank you for keeping an eye on all these important stories. Democratic lawmakers gathering on Capitol Hill demanding House Speaker Mike Johnson swear in Adelita Grijalva. She won the special election to fill the seat of her late father in Arizona's 7th congressional district. It's been 3 weeks, and she's not being allowed to take her oath of office. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays issued an ultimatum saying if Johnson doesn't commit to a date within 2 days, she'll take the issue to a judge.
We're going to swear in Rep. Grijalva as soon as we get back to legislative session. So my advice to all the Democrats in Arizona is to tell their 2 senators, Kelly and Grijalva and Gallegos, to do their job and vote to open the government so we can move forward with our business.
And the speakers made exception before swearing in 2 Florida Republicans 1 day after their election, even though the House was in recess. Johnson says it was only because their families were in town. And we're following the fallout of a report that unveiled leaked group chats involving young Republican leaders across the country. In Kansas City, lawmakers are shutting down the state's Young Republicans chapter. The report from Politico showed chats that included racist and misogynistic comments. A member of the Kansas Young Democrats called them shocking and appalling.
The Kansas Young Democrats unequivocally condemn the racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic language that was leaked in the Politico expose. It's to say it is absurd and disgusting would be an understatement.
Kansas GOP Chair Dimitri Herbert is reacting with this statement, saying, in part, the party welcomes every ethnicity and that it strives to eliminate racism. President Donald Trump honoring the political activist shot and killed on a college campus more than a month ago. The president posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk. The honor happened on what would have been Kirk's 32nd birthday. The president called Kirk a, quote, fearless warrior for liberty.
Charles James Kirk was a visionary and one of the greatest figures of his generation. He was truly an amazing figure and growing leaps and bounds. He knew that the fight to preserve our heritage is waged not only on the battlefield and in the halls of power, of which we have tremendous power here.
Kirk founded Turning Point USA in 2012 and played a significant role in conservative politics. He's the first recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom in President Trump's 2nd term. The State Department has revoked visas from people who allegedly celebrated the murder of Kirk. In a social media post, the State Department listed 6 examples there from Argentina, South Africa, Paraguay, Mexico, Brazil, and Germany. The State Department says it continues to identify foreigners who celebrated the assassination. The move to revoke or deny visas to people for their comments about Kirk has raised questions about their legality under the First Amendment. And stay right here with LNL. We're following all the stories that impact you and your community, and we put them all in one easy-to-navigate place. That's our app. Head to your app store right now and search LNL. And LNL continues today at 2 p.m. Eastern. Here's LNL anchor Deborah Alfaro. She has a preview.
Deadly crashes between cars and big trucks are on the rise. We show you the biggest blind spots and danger zones to help keep you and your family safe. That story today on Local News Live.
Rethink how you get breaking news.
As you can see, there is still a lot of water.
With Local News Live, you get news from local experts covering today's big stories. Local News Live, connecting your nation to your neighborhood.
You want to feel great about your skin? Get ready to go from this to this. Crepe Erase has been delivering life-changing results to women like you and me for a decade.
Crepe Erase by The Body Firm is a revolutionary system designed to target the visible signs of crepey skin on your body.
This isn't just skincare, it's your new secret weapon.
With over a decade of proven results, Crepe Erase has been trusted by over 2 million customers. Crepe Erase, formulated with our proprietary True Firm complex, helps restore elasticity to thin, crepey skin and revitalizes skin's natural collagen so your skin looks and feels like it did when it was younger.
I recommend Crepe Erase to my patients because I've seen it work. This is a system that actually delivers the results that it promises.
That's why it's the #1 selling anti-aging body treatment system for dry, crepey skin.
I've been using it for over a decade because it makes me feel confident and it helps the skin on my body look ageless and beautiful.
Crepe Erase is already an incredible deal at only $49.95. But to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, we'll also send you 2 free gifts. First, it's the Body Firm Skin Revitalizing Tool, the perfect trifecta of heat, vibration, and light therapy to promote more radiant, vibrant, and healthy-looking skin.
It's free. That's right, free. When you order today.
Next, it's the award-winning neck repair treatment. Packed with encapsulated retinol, it's clinically shown to visibly lift, firm, and help improve the look of sagging skin on your neck.
Get all this, a $247 value for only $49.95, plus free shipping.
And every order comes with our 60-day money-back guarantee.
That youthful, healthy-looking, gorgeous skin that you think you've lost, it's waiting for you. Crepe Erase is how you get it back.
This incredible offer is not available anywhere else. So call or go to thebodyfirm.com right now.
Whether you're in your 40s or 50s,
or your 60s or beyond, Crepe Erase works.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Royal Norman at Arizona's Family in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're looking at some pretty nice temperatures around the west later today. Salt Lake at 55 degrees, 46 at Billings. We'll have 62 degrees at Boise. Over at LAX, 70 degrees for Los Angeles and 78 at Albuquerque. We had a little snow in the past 24 hours up in the higher elevations of California, and now that storm system is headed into the northern Rockies, and so we could see a little bit of snow there as we go forward in time. Scattered rain and snow showers. Again, snow at the very highest elevations. Not expecting any major accumulations, but we are expecting it to stay on the wet side throughout the northern plains. Going to be dry in the southwest.
Well, sad news to share. Grammy Award-winning R&B singer D'Angelo has passed away at the age of 51 from cancer. D'Angelo was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. Local News Live's Sharice Hoffman spoke with local radio personalities and executives about his impact on the music industry and his community.
If you've loved and listened to R&B music in the early 90s and 2000s, then you know exactly who D'Angelo is, from his melodies to his iconic music videos. And not only did he have a great impact on the music world, but also right here in his hometown. Chesterfield, born and raised. That's what D'Angelo was before he became one of the biggest voices in the R&B world. He's known for his big hits like Brown Sugar and his album Voodoo, which earned him a Grammy for Best R&B Album in 2001. I paid a visit to Radio 1 here in Richmond. The folks there describing his legacy and impact on music.
There was a sense of pride that this young man who grew up in our community did so much in the music industry with what he wrote, how he blended the sounds.
He established a unique sound that then influenced the Trey Songz and the Chris Browns, and I think gave Richmond and Virginia more broadly a real musical sense of talent.
And no matter how successful or popular he became, he always honored his roots in the city that raised him.
I remember the music video, My Lady, and it had Southside Plaza in it. So it doesn't get more Richmond than when you see that on MTV or BET. So for me, it was the first person to kind of put some shots of the city on a national stage.
While D'Angelo's loss is heartbreaking for the community, his music, memory, and legacy will always be celebrated and live on forever.
And rest in peace to a real legend in this state, city, and town.
In Richmond, Sharice Hoffman, Fox Richmond.
If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you don't have an attorney, don't go it alone. Take action. We have legal professionals standing by to help you and let you know what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock, here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So who at home should be calling in right now, Rob?
Well, just like you said, Paula, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you do not have an attorney, call us right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. Take action and call now. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you don't have an attorney, don't go it alone. Take action. We have legal professionals standing by to help you and let you know what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock, here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So who at home should be calling in right now, Rob?
Well, just like you said, Paula, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you do not have an attorney, call us right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. Take action and call now.
I am a digital content producer for KWCH. What my job entails is I translate the news to viewers through digital platforms such as social media, also to our website.
We do a lot of writing when it comes to breaking news.
We send push alerts that go directly to your phone. I am part of the content center, as we call it, so I'll be the one directing all the content through the newsroom.
The main benefit to this job is it's going to give you a lot of experience as far as how to create news in different formats.